From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage. Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Tonight, 180.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
At the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Bring it. 2 for 1. Hey, lift. Lift.
Out of the gun. Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
180. Hey, shell.
On first down, it's Gurley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tim Williams makes the tackle.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Looking to throw on second down. Goff. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
Check 4, check 4.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
A shotgun snap for Goff. High throw, but the catch is made. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got fourth and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They're running with Gurley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Gone. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down.
Close. Check. Two. Hey, Zoo.
From the gun, here's Goff. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way. To hold them under 20, because to me that's the score. Gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down now, it's Ingram. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one, and a first down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the ship.
Here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Here's Jackson to throw again, eluding the pressure right. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Jackson now. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Makes the score. Ravens 7, Rams nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
It's our time. Kill, kill, kill.
Whip, roll. 14. Watch the 14.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 13-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Match up. Right. 24 is the mic. Time to go. Night, night. 24 is the mic.
We own them. We own them.
Check it out.
Ready, go.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Slam, slam, slam. Go, go. Check three, check three, check three. Let's go.
Bang, 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 bang.
Up, up. Watch twins. Check, 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 check.
They snap it at one. Now it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a second down coming up. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
You can't block me. Mike 54. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Shift.
From the gun, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The LA defense. Up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to fourth down. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 32-yard line.
Tucker's kick is good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses. And excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. The 4-time All-Pro Johnny Hekker is on to punt for L.A. as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Jackson, option right. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Even. 4 down. Even.
They run from the pistol with Ingram. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check. Pick it up. Motion. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. You don't want none of that. Get it. Pick it up.
Jackson, option right. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him? Being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now face long at the outset of this drive. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They got him in. It's Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now you won. Here we go.
Here's Goff. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Now Goff on first down. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Set, ready. 60 yard. 54. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight.
Mike spot 4.
It's our time. It's our time. Watch twist, watch twist, watch. Ready. He's checking, he's checking.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
36. Under 10. 10.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He's going deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. So they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Touchdown, LA! Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. Oh, good move. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Play that time deep. Don't let it breathe, defense. Out. Good. Set. Hut. It's a safety creek. Safe.
Jackson on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson, options out left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Rams' 25-yard line.
I smell fear in that offense. Shift. Tight dog.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. Flush to his right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
I gotta go. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Right there, 54.
Play action. It's Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 21-yard line.
180.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Goff now looks to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter if it's man or zone.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Johnny Hekker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
54. Mike 54. I'm coming for
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Jackson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Oh, you got deep?
From the gun, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Play action. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter.
I got you, boy. Hey, look, 48. 14.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Foxtrot. Check 48's the mic. Check.
The Rams going for it on 4th. Gone. And no, it's incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Check, ready. 61. 54. Mike, 54. 64. Wait. Check 43. Yeah.
Check the backer.
Check 37. Check 37. Oh.
They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. His throw caught at about the 5. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Check 13. Check 13.
They'll run here with Ingram. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Here's Goff. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Last year for Everett, just 33 catches, 2 touchdowns, but he really has a chance to cement himself as a top tight end in this offense. People around the organization said he had a really good offseason, and he's ready to make that next step. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2.
Brings up third down.
Go, tonight. 120. I got you, punk. Tiger.
Now it's gone. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Jared Goff, 4 times last year he led the Rams on a fourth-quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league, totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Looking to throw again on second down. Goff. Brandon Carr on the coverage there. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Switch.
Blue draw Corkers. Hold on. Check.
Throwing on third. Goff. And Cooks hands it over the middle. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. Here we go. It's Gurley. And some room to work. Todd Gurley. Wave goodbye. Touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley. His 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip. Shit. Hey, watch it. Watch it.
Wow, hey, get wild.
Ingram again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Check.
Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Just like that. Check 24. Check 24. It's free. Check 50. Watch the edge.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Let's get off the field, D.
And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12.
Let's go. We got this.
Jackson, options out left. He may try and run for this. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. Give him a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it still brings up 4th. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that is incomplete. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Ravens, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.